guys, welcome back to Wednesday's writing. Today we are going to work on compare and contrast. So this Venn diagram should look very familiar to you. I'm just going to run over the basic details of what you need to include for your assignment today, and then I'll talk about that after. So for today, you are going to choose two characters throughout the story that we've been reading. So Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You are then going to, each one of you, either on paper-based or on the computer, have a Venn diagram that looks like this. So I have made one on the paper. It's not as colorful and as cute as this one, but it does do the job. So I just kind of wanted to go over what is required of you, what you need to include, why we are doing this, and then you can get started for today. So for a Venn diagram, I really want to stress that on the outsides are what are different from the two characters that you are going to choose. On the inside is what is the same. So for today's assignment, you're going to choose two characters from the story, any two that you want. I would highly suggest that you choose two that have been talked about a lot more in the story, because you're going to have a lot more traits and evidence to put on your graphic organizer or your Venn diagram graphic organizer, because tomorrow you are going to use the ones that you fill out today, and you are going to write 3 paragraphs tomorrow. So tomorrow you're going to write a compare and contrast essay. Today we're just getting the graphic organizer for it ready. So the more information that you have put down on it, the better it is for tomorrow. So you're going to choose two characters, and you're going to put their names at the top. On the one on your Google Classroom account, all you are going to do is click on character name, and then you can start typing their name right there. On your paper one, you'll just write in their name. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to write down traits and a description of each of those traits, or an example from the story. So, depending on who you choose, they're going to have different characteristic traits. You can write about physical traits, so like hair color, shirt color, things like that. Or you could write about their actual characteristics of themselves, like their personality. So I have made this chart, or this list, I should say, of all the characters that have been brought up in the story, some more than others. So you have Willy Wonka, Charlie Bucket, Veruca Salt, Violet, Augustus, Mike Teavee, Grandpa Joe, and then you have Mrs. Bucket and Mr. Bucket. Now, they are brought up, Mr. and Mrs. Bucket, but not as much as any of the other characters. So there are a lot more characteristic traits that you can come up with these top ones, but again, this is completely up to you. You get to decide. But the more you add to your list, the better it is going to be for tomorrow when you have to write it all out. So, for example, let's say I choose to write about Charlie. So I'm going to write Charlie Bucket up here next to name, and then where it says trait, maybe I want to say that Charlie is a sweet boy. If I put sweet boy here, I need to be able to describe or give an example of when he's been a sweet boy in the story. So maybe that could be spending time with his grandparents in the evening, or try to come up with as many descriptions as you can, because tomorrow when you write this, your paragraphs will have more examples. Maybe you want to compare Charlie to somebody like Veruca or Violet. When you're talking about Veruca or Violet, you're going to use other words, like for Violet, for example. If I said Violet, I'm going to say rude, self-centered. All she really cares about is getting her ticket and getting into the factory. She doesn't care how she gets that ticket, she just wants it. So you're going to write the description of her, And then you're going to come up with characteristic traits that are the same. So, for example, Charlie Bucket and Violet, both of them are children that won. You can describe them as winners. And then as your description, you can say they both won a ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. And then that would be a description to their trait that they're winners. Again, you can choose any two from this list, up to you. I would really suggest that you have at least 5 traits in the different categories, so that would be a total of 10, and then try to come up with at least 3 traits of them being the same. You don't necessarily need to write these incomplete sentences when you're filling in your Venn diagrams, but we do need a description of each one of those traits that you give. I don't want just a list that says nice, boy, blonde. That's not giving me examples, and you need those examples to write your paper tomorrow. So once you're done with this, please submit it or send a picture to your teacher, and then they will make corrections on it, and we will get it back to you before you write your essay tomorrow. I will have another video posted tomorrow about how to write a compare and a contrast essay. So I will see you back for that. Have a good day. Bye.